So we have the big winner games 2026, Milan Cortina. Here, so we have let's take a look at two. The women's swimmer halfpipe, the qualification runs. And top 12 made it to the swimmer halfpipe final. We had Chloe Kim, Sarah from USA, Sarah from Japan, surf from Streams Run, Maddie Maestro from USA, Rise Kudo from Japan, Yutong Kai from China, Guyan Choi from Korea, Quarlt Castle Elizabeth Hosking from Canada, Sena Tomita from Japan, Mia Kim from the United States, Mitsuki Ono, Shatotan Wu, and from China. Those were made the top 12 after the 2 runs. And we had the women's moguls qualification 2, and we had the top 20 where Anthony Jakar Anthony, Elizabeth from Australia, Elizabeth Lumley, Olivia Greco, Pirani Lafon. And yeah, you get the gist. So yeah, we had top 20 in there. I don't want to make it too long. But we had the Alpine skiing, the men's Super G time. And we had 37, we had 42 competitors in that. And the top competitors went more than the mill. We had Frano von Allman with a time of 1:25:32. Ryan Cochran Siegel 1:25:45. Super G is like the downhill, like the Psalm, when they do the bendable poles. That's what the Super G is with the downhillers. And then second with silver with 1:25:45. And then Marco Odermatt from Switzerland 1:25:60. Ryan Cochran Siegel from USA and Frano von Allman from Switzerland. And Niles Augier from France 1:25:63. Phil Hazard from Austria 5th with 1:25:89. 6th is Gianni Franzoni, Italy 1:25:95. 26.1. Vincent Kriechmeier from Austria. Frederick Moeller from Norway 1:26:12. Stefan Ragenton from Switzerland 1:26:14. Alexis Mani from Switzerland 1:26:22. Switzerland is deep in Westfield. It showed there. And then they had the men Nordic combined. The individual on the normal and the 10-kilometer cross country. And then in the Nordic hill we had Christian Lives with jump 2 points 1:32.6. Thomas Regener with 1:28.9. 15 cents at Ryoto Yamamoto 19 cents at 1:27.8. And then in third. So that was your top 3. Then we had the time total. It was they started, if you were 15 seconds behind, the time started, but then you were 15 seconds behind. You had to make up 15-second difference. So basically, you were at the finish started with 15 seconds. That's basically what it went to. And Jen Loris, they're definitely first for Norway 29:59.4 from the cross country part in Norway. Johannes Importer from Austria 30 minutes 4.4 seconds for a time behind a second. Euro Urbanen 31.9 to 1/2 seconds. And Stefan again there. Some people are bad. Whoever is usually a lot of the people that are first are a lot of better jumpers. Are usually a lot better jumpers. They are the better jumpers. Are usually first. And then we have the jumpers that are, and then usually it comes in the skiers. If you really want to be really competitive, you want to be both a good jumper and a good skier. But typically, you're a better jumper than a better cross-country skier. You're a better cross-country skier than a jumper. But if you're not, but you have to at least be decent on your jumping. You can't be just really bad at jumping. You gotta be at least decent on your jumping. In order to get a decent spot, a medal spot. We roll up for third with 30.5 and Christian Lives. Christian Lives, where we started 30.45. So, and then that was that. And then we had the 15-kilometer the individual biathlon. We had that, and then it was Julia Simon with first. You have what you do is in the shooting round, you have you can be a little bit better shooter, but you can be like a slower skier. Sometimes if you're a fast skier and you miss one, you can still catch up. And Julia Simon, from France, missed a shot. If you miss a shot, you get a minute time penalty. She had a minute time penalty, but she still won. First with 41.15.6. Gimana got second for France with 42.8.7. Had two misses. If you didn't have a second miss, would have actually won to win gold. Laura Hristova, not many misses and was not the fast skier. Only a minute before 7.5 cents, so not bad. And that's what I get. No misses, but fourth, 42.33.0. Ruthia Mir from Italy, fifth, with 249.5 had a miss. Camille Bend, the miss, 52.3. Mia Mir from France. Mia Mir from Switzerland, 42.53. Jana George was 33.18.9 from Germany. Then Jessica Blum from Sweden, 43.28. And Francesca Bruce from Germany, 43.35. And then the women's moguls final. The second final was top 20 in the first round, in the first final. Then you qualified, it was the top 10. There's 30 play run. Top 10 qualified to the final. And then this qualification too, the other 20 had to qualify, and you had to qualify to the final one from, And then the bottom 10 got eliminated, and then the final one, 20-8, and then top 8, or Elizabeth Lumley from USA. It's the each run is separate. Both runs are not combined. It's just, that run it only, So it's Elizabeth Lumley, 82.3. Jalen Goff, 80. Simpson from USA. And then Perrine Lafont, France, 78. Nico Tomaitaka, 78. But Perrine Lafont got the advantage, tiebreaker advantage. And then Maya Swinghammer from Canada, 77.61. Charlotte Wilson from Australia, 75.17. Vito Carroll, 71.89. And Jakara Anthony, 60.81. And then we had some ice hockey matches from the men's preliminary group B. We had Slovakia 4-0 over Finland, and then Sweden 5-2 over Italy. The first two men's games. And it's the first time NHL players have not been allowed to play since in the 2018 games, Pyeongchang games, or 2022 Beijing games in China. And all NHL players are allowed to compete now in the 2026 games in Milan Cortina for the men. And the PWHL players it was just collegiate players or players that played in their own countries, like national teams like Russian, like Germany players playing for the German league, or French players playing for a French league, or collegiately over the United States or in their countries, Then we had the women's luge doubles. In the men's luge doubles, it was the first time the women's luge doubles has been a sport. Men's luge has been around since 1964. Women's luge has not been a thing at the Olympic level. And then we had speed skiing for the men, as well as luge. And we had the ice dance, free dance for the women. And the swimmer half qualification for the men. And then we had the curling for the first round of men's rugby. It was after mixed doubles ended. And then we had so then the men started early. We had Italy 7-6 Canada 7-6 Germany, United States 8-7 Czechia, Great Britain 9-4 China. In the men's and women's round robins, it's 10 ends, more stones per minute. And then we had the speed skiing 1,000 meter, the long track. Jordan Stoltz had the Olympic record, 1:06.28 from USA. Jenning Debu was in pair 14 as well. Jordan Souls. Netherlands 106 City. Xiang Ning from China. In pair 12. 107 pair 15. Emian Zurich. 107.1. Pair 11. Joa Myanmar's from Netherlands. 107.58. 5th. Pair 6. Or pair 10 and 6th. Keo Nuis from Netherlands. 107.65. Daniel Di Stefano from Italy. 108.17. Alright. 108.21. Connor McDermott Masti. 108.48. Kyan Mingku from Korea. 108.53. And women's doubles luge. Italian pair. Andrea Bader and Marion Oberhofer got 146. 146.284 cents. And then Diana Inja Edinburgh in Dega Machina 146.404. And then Laura Kayla Shella Kip and Selena Egel 146.543. And then Latvia pair Kitja and Marta 146.78. Sophia Kirkby and Siobhan Forgan United States 147.56. Then Poland pair 148.236. The Ukraine pair 148.405. 148.487 for the Chinese pair, 148.744 for the Romanian, Canadians 149.42, and Slovakians 151.51. In the ice dance, we had different pairs, 20 pairs. It was the rhythm dance and the free dance. In the ice dance, in the free dance, determined all. In France, pair of Foreigner Udry and William Citron. From France, they finished with a 225.32. Got first in the free dance with 135.64. First in rim dance with 90.18. And then second was Evan Bates and Madison Chuck, living in Montreal, but from the United States, born and raised in the United States. So they represent the United States. E9.72. In free dance at 134.67. 224.39. And Piper Gills and Paul Poirier. They finished both third in rim dance and free dance with E6.18 and 131.53. 131.56 by 217.74. And the Italian pair Charlene Huguenard and Marco Fabrini finished fourth. He had fifth in the rim dance, E4.28. And fourth in the free dance, 123.3. And then USA top 5 will tell you Emilia Zings and Vadim Lisnik. I believe that's the pair. And then that was top 5. E3.56 in the free. Remember that's 6. And then 23.519 in the fifth in the free dance. 46.72. And men's doubles luge. After 2 runs, it was Simon Kienzwalder and Emmanuel Redner from Italy in Italy versus those 17 pairs in the men's doubles. Some countries have multiple pairs. It was 145.068. It's Thomas Stew and Flynn Kindle and 45.154 in the Austria pair. And then 2 German pairs, Tobias Wendell and Tobias Lart, 145.176. And Florian Mueller and Tony Eggert, 145.269. And fourth, Latvian pair Martin Boats and Rich Bloom, and fifth for 145.24. And it was the first USA pair of Marcus Mueller and Anna Legina. It was Italian pair. In seventh, in the second USA pair in eighth, Zachary De Rorio and Sean Holler. Latvia, their pair got 9th. Canada's pair got 10th. Austria's pair 11th. Second pair. And then Slovakia pair in 12th. Poland in 13th. Ukraine pair in 14th, number 1. And then their other pair, China's pair 15th. And then Ukraine's second pair in 16th. And Romania's pair in 17th. And so we're half-pipe qualifying. The top 12 that qualified is Sky Games. And then it was your best run of 2 runs counts. And then U2 Tetsuka, 91.25, 8.25, and Rasuzi Edema. And then from Japan, Alessandro Barberi from Forfeit USA 88.5. Ruka Hernando 87.5. Valentino Gustelli from Australia 86.75. 85.5. In Moreno and Kimball Melville Ives 84.7. 82 for Ching Korea. And then Zhang Wang 80.5. Then Chase and Joey. And then Chase Josie 76.5. And 75.5 for Jake Pates, who was the final qualifier in there. And then for Thursday there is some more women's round doubles, women's round robin, and then the skeleton, the first heats of the skeleton for the men. The men's skeleton. And then we have the men's moguls qualification 2 and the finals. And then the ski runs for the snowboard cross. Snowboard cross is that. And then it's the cross country skiing 10K interval start. Or it's not the master, it's just interval start in cross country. And you want to see who can compete. In the top, and you're racing against time. You're racing against the others, but you're also racing against time. So you want to do the fastest you can without seeing someone in front of you to push you, so it's kind of hard. Like 30-second intervals. So, in the top, and then in the middle, it's kind of like the top pairs and like the top individuals in like the World Cup, the season, there's kind of season, cross country skiing season. And then, or it's kind of like the Olympics, but just like on a World Cup stage. And they have the Supercross finals, or whatever. Men's round robin session 2. The women's round robins are going to have 2 sessions. And then the Supercross, and then the 5,000 meter speed skiing. A couple, 3 men's ice hockey games. We had 1,000 meter short track, the 500 meter short track, and then that was one on that. And then we had the snowboard halfpipe for the women, the final. And then the team relay in Luge was today as well. So we'll talk about that in another video. Then Friday is men's round robin, session 3 and 4. And the men are in 2 sessions, the women are in session 3. And it's the women's Supercross, the seeding in the finals. And the men's 10K interval start, freestyle start. And then that's winner for the men. And then the men's skeleton robin, there were 2 heats for the women. And then the men's 10,000 meter speed skiing is going on. And then there's a quarterfinal hockey, women's quarterfinal, 2 of them. There's 2 men's group A matches in ice hockey, and then 2 skeleton new heats for women on Friday. And then the single skiing is going on in the short program, and they're having the free skate. The short program and the free skiing. And that free skiing is on Sunday, so it's the men's free skiing, the short program for the men. It's the men's short program. The men's free skiing is on Saturday, is on Friday. Then then we're having 2 skeleton heats for the men. Skeleton heats 3 and 4. So as a snowboard half pipe. The 3 runs for the men.